Hi Libra, welcome to your May 2020 love and romance reading. This is a reading for Libra sun, moon, rising, and yes, of course, Venus. I know a lot of you like to check out your Venus sign when it comes to love. So I set the intention in the love readings for Venus as well. If you're sick and tired of love readings, and if you don't know, if you're new to this channel, I do weekly forecasts around career, finances, spirituality, family life, all that good stuff. So you may want to check out the weekly forecasts if you want to get stuff other than love. But once a month, I do love and romance, and that's what this is. One more shuffle here, and we're going to get right on into it, Libra. Okay, lovely, lovely Libra. We're kicking it off with the Emperor. Holy moly. I'm going to do Aries after I finish your reading. I don't know what it is with you guys in Aries. There is just something. Okay, those of you that you watch my channel regularly, you know that Aries keeps popping up in Libra's readings. And a lot of you have been confirming that you've got Aries in your chart or that you're dealing with an Aries. And the saga continues in May. So, but Emperor can also be Scorpio. Emperor is going to be Scorpio or Aries energy. And Emperor can also indicate the divine masculine. Okay, Libra. So some of you may be beginning to step into divine masculine energy. You may be calling in a divine masculine. Overall, the Emperor is very structured energy. It's very in control, which is actually a good thing because, and I'm no astrologer, but from what I understand what's happening in May, because of the planetary placements and the retrograde that's happening, a lot of people are going to be breaking up. A lot of people are going to be really emotional. So the fact that Libra's coming in with Emperor energy right off the bat is good. It means that a lot of you are going to be pretty balanced, pretty in control of your emotions, and clear about what you want. Okay? Emperor is a very fixed personality. You can't change the Emperor. And so if there's a situation in a love relationship where maybe you've been given an ultimatum, you might just kind of be Libra like, all right, well, no. You want to be here, you can be here. If you don't want to, you don't have to be. But I'm not bending over backwards, right? You can't tell the Emperor what to do. The Emperor answers to no one. So it's very powerful energy. Excuse me. Libra, if you are a feminine Libra and you date masculine Libras, you may be in a situation where, I'm sorry, not Libra specifically. If you are a feminine Libra and you date masculine people, then the Emperor for you could be that you're dealing with someone who's committed to you, that you have a strong soulmate connection with. But this isn't someone who's going to be overly emotional. This isn't somebody who's going to be like super kind of emotionally super connected. There'll be emotions, there'll be connection, there'll be passion, but you might feel that the person is just a little bit distant or there's just a little bit of a wall. That never goes away with the Emperor. Okay, in some cases you're the Emperor, in some cases you're dealing with an Emperor. Understand this is a personality thing. This is something that never changes about the Emperor. The Emperor is just a teensy bit aloof, right? Some of you might be dealing with an older person. If you are a more mature individual, you may be getting involved with a much younger person. There could be a factor of a significant age difference. For some of you, this is a general reading. There's a lot of ways the cards can apply, so that's why I try to go over the various scenarios. But let's see how the rest of the reading plays out. And next you have your Three of Wands. Okay? So Three of Wands is going to be an energy about like mental expansion, seeing things from a different way, seeing the truth of a situation. You know, Three of Wands is like what's been seen can't be unseen. It could also be some of you got a little bit of a taste of freedom and you're having a really hard time going back to a stifling relationship. Especially if you're in that Emperor energy. Emperor answers to nobody. And Emperor likes to have his space. He likes to have his space. He likes to have a little bit of distance. He likes to have his alone time. So some of you maybe got a little bit of a taste of freedom. Maybe you had some time away from a partner. Maybe you took a little bit of a break or a time out, or maybe you were visiting friends or family, or your partner was off visiting friends or family. And in this time, you're like, you know what? This is actually really like, I'm liking this, right? And so there could be some discussions where you're trying to lay down some new ground rules. Like, you know, I really need the space. I really need the space. I really need the freedom. I really need, you know, to be able to, you know, have time and money to put into my projects and the things I want to do. I want to do my stuff. You keep busy with your stuff. I feel, Libra, you are feeling, in order for your relationships to be successful in May, that you're needing a sense of space. You're needing, like, you know how they say absence makes the heart grow fonder? You're not going to be in the energy where you're wanting to be like, you know, inseparable from somebody. Like, you're wanting space. You're wanting to have your own thing, and you're wanting your partner to have their own thing. Three of Wands can also sometimes indicate in a love reading options. There could be temptations. If you're single, you might find that all of a sudden you know, the world is your oyster and you've got several options to choose from. There could be an element of travel for some of you. Maybe you're planning a trip. The feeling I'm getting, Capricorn also got this card. So some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or maybe it's just repeating because you have Capricorn in your chart. For Capricorn, I felt like somebody was wanting to come see them and stay with them, and they were like, let me think about it. I'm getting a different feeling for you guys, Libra, especially those of you that maybe you have your eye on a younger person. You might be planning some kind of trip or something that you're wanting to do to impress them, or to win them over, or to show them, you know, like that you're not just some stuffy emperor, that you're like a fun person, that there's all these different sides to you. And I don't think the person sees you in that way. You just might be concerned that maybe they're going to see you in that way. But I just feel some of you Libras, especially if you're a Libra, that you're very established and you're fairly secure in your like financial situation. I feel like you might be planning some kind of a trip where you are wanting to win somebody over or impress them. However, a word of caution, if you are planning this trip someplace where you have friends or family, I feel like they might be getting involved, and they might be wanting to meet this person while you're out there. They may be pressuring you a lot, like, bring them by, we want to see them. And they might ask a lot of questions, and they might like just, it might be kind of overwhelming for this person. So even though maybe you want to show them where you grew up, or you want to show them, you know, places that you have like fond memories of, do know and understand that you're going to have to be in charge of like keeping your family under control, I guess, because I feel this person can be very overwhelmed by them. Okay. Your next card is, see, we talked about being overwhelmed. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords can be anxiety and fear. It could be like judging yourself. It could be the woulda, shoulda, coulda energy, where you're losing sleep thinking about what you should have done, what you could have done, what you didn't do. And I feel for some of you, this is in regard to, well, gosh, I don't normally pull clarifiers in the videos. You guys know that. I'll pull clarifiers in the private readings all day. But in the videos, I try to keep the videos short. But I don't know. This could be an energy that freaks some of you out. I know Libras can have anxiety sometimes. But let's see. Why is this here? In what way may Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus experience Nine of Swords in May? Please clarifier 1. Please show us clarifier 2. Please show us clarifier 3. Is this not a beautiful deck? Don't you just love that gold foil? Oh. I'm actually giving that deck away. Not that one, but a brand new one. So stick around for the end if you're interested in winning a copy of this deck for free. All right, so... Libra, 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 Libra. You want to start something new with someone, but you maybe are not completely and totally wrapped up with something from before. Okay? Two of Wands, you're conflicted. You're in between two different situations or two different possibilities. The Seven of Coins is you're working really hard in trying to come up with a plan, make a decision. This is what's happening. I feel there's one person you're with, and this person is just like, and this has come up in the past for you, Libra. I feel this person is just nagging you to death. This person is just, like just, or they're just very critical. They're on your back all the time, all the time. And you want to step away from them. And maybe for some of you, this nagging or critical person, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's not a love relationship. But I just feel there's this desire to walk away from some kind of a commitment, whether it's a romantic commitment or a familial commitment. But this commitment is just nagging you and constantly criticizing you. And you've been working really hard to find a way to step out of it. Right? But now as you're coming into moving forward with this relationship, this new prospect, there's a lot of fear and anxiety about it. Like, what if they don't like me? What if I go out on this limb? I take this huge risk and they don't want to be with me? You know, what if, you know, I could have fixed my relationship? What if, you know, the relationship is this way because it's my fault and I should have done this or I should have done that? So you may have a lot of anxiety about the woulda, shoulda, coulda. You may have a lot of fears about what might go wrong as you pursue this new relationship. However, the Nine of Swords wants you to know that it's time to let go of those judgments. It's time to surrender them. It's time to, you know, let them go. And focus on what is in your power. What can you do? What is the work that you can do to try to ensure a happy outcome for yourself? And this is the part that some people don't like, but it needs to be said, so I'm going to say it, Libra. Aside from doing the work of what's in your power, you have to figure out what your belief system is going to be, what your spirituality is going to be, or what your Zen is going to be, that you can put the rest of what's not in your control over into that box, right? Or over into those hands, right? I know some people don't, but I do believe in a higher power. I do believe there's an intelligent living being that, you know, connects us all and that keeps the planet going, keeps the universe going. And I call that being God, right? And so you have to figure out what you believe is the ultimate power. You know, whatever it is, if however you can define it, whatever makes sense to you. And you have to learn to take what you can't control and surrender it to that higher power, and to have faith in that intelligence, that order. Okay? I know it's easier said than done for a lot of people, but that's something that you're going to have to try to work on, because otherwise we're going to be in fear and we're going to, you know, keep ourselves stifled. We're not going to live life because of the fear. So it's going to be one of the things you're going to be working on is to release this anxiety. Now, typically when I see Knight of Swords, it can indicate arguments, fighting, drama. However, because you're an air sign, Libra, and Knight of Swords could be an air sign, and the other cards that are coming in with it, I feel Knight of Swords is more like you're getting in touch with your youthful energy, like you're getting your spark back, or you're feeling like kind of refreshed. And because this is coming up as a clarifier for Nine of Swords, as you're kind of setting your focus on what you want to do and moving forward with it and going after the things that make you feel refreshed or happy or more youthful, you have some fear about how that might create conflict or how that might create drama. But I think you're going to do it anyway. I think you've already made that decision that you're going to do it anyway. Okay? Two of Wands just says, you know, just be prepared. Just do your planning. You know, think about all aspects of the situation. And as long as you go into it prepared, you should be fine. Your next card here, Libra, is the Strength card. Okay, another major arcana card. You may be dealing with a Leo, some of you. You may have Leo in your chart somewhere that's really coming to the surface. However, the Strength card could indicate a significant soulmate that's helping you through this transitory time, that's helping you find your strength. I don't typically associate this card with the throat chakra, but I'm getting a very strong throat chakra vibe in this instance for you guys. So I feel that this is a relationship or a person that is helping you to find your voice, to speak your truth, and like they're accepting of it. I feel you all might have very different views, honestly. I feel like you might have very different views. Maybe some of you Libras are like testing this person and like poking at them, or like saying things to see like if they're gonna go off, or like you want to see their true colors, right? Libra, you guys are very intelligent in that way. And maybe you're like testing the person and you're saying things, and you're maybe like low-key saying things that you know they might get offended or something by. And this person, they're just hearing what you have to say. They're not responding to it. They're not getting angry, even where you have very different views. They're hearing it and they're being accepting of it. They're like, I hear you. Okay, like I understand how you could see that. But they're not necessarily converted to your way of thinking, right? But they're respecting it, and they're seeing the way that you see that way. And this is making you realize, or helping you realize, that you don't have to fight to the bitter end to defend your beliefs. This is, I think, a very strong person, but who's also very gentle, very accepting in a very unconditional way. I feel this person is going to teach a lot of you unconditional love, right? Or you have a person coming in that's teaching you unconditional love. I feel this is kind of a feral person. And when I say feral person, I mean to say they may be very independent. Like they maybe didn't have a support system in their life. They maybe couldn't lean on family. The friends that they have might be kind of like more recent, you know, like people from their childhood they might not be in contact with. They're just more kind of, they had to go out into the own, they had to find themselves, they had to rescue themselves. And so they're very free-spirited, they're very open-minded, they're very non-judgmental, very, very badass person, I have to say, Libra. And I feel this person's helping you find your strength, and, you know, helping you so that you can be strong, but like not aggressive, I guess is what I want to say. And I don't think you are aggressive, Libra, but I just feel like you find yourself in situations where communication for you, it's like maybe growing up or in your relationships, like communication always kind of happened through arguing, and you're learning a new way to communicate through this significant soulmate. Your next card here, Libra, is the Death card. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, okay? Because this is the card of Scorpio. Maybe you're choosing between a fire sign and a Scorpio. Maybe you're choosing between a Leo and a Scorpio. Overall, though, to have the Death card come up, this is telling us that this relationship with this person that you're coming into is forever completely changing the way that you're looking at relationships, the way that you're looking at yourself, the way that you're looking at love, the way that you're looking at world, the way that you're looking at life. I feel, Libra, that you're beginning to see beauty around you. Like you're able to release your judgments, let go of your judgments. And there's just something, it could be because of the current situation in the world. You're just realizing life in general, that life is short, right? And you're wanting to connect with the common ground with people instead of debate. I feel some of you, maybe you've bonded with people through debating, or maybe you like debating. And you're like, well, you know, I kind of want to focus more on what I have in common with people now. So I feel a transition in that way. You know, death is also going to indicate, the death card is also going to indicate just the old cycles being done, right? It's the old stuff is done. It's time to go in a new direction. So if there's things in terms of reconciliation, or the option of reconciliation, you're maybe in the energy where you're like, look, you know, we've been there, we've done that. It's lived its life time. It's run its course, and so you may be going for a new relationship with a significant soulmate here. The angel is really jumping out at me, though. The angel is really jumping out at me. What is the angel saying? I feel you might be a very scientifically minded person. And the person that you're ending up with is someone, or the person that's coming in May, is somebody that maybe you would not have seen yourself with. Because, I mean, granted, you know, even if you're a scientifically minded person, you're probably a Libra that's a little bit more open-minded. You're watching a tarot video, right? So you might be a little bit more open-minded than the typical scientifically minded person. But, gosh, I just kind of feel that this person is maybe really, really like just uber connected with the spirit realm or the spirit world. And it's like they live by it. They really live by it. And I think they can accept that you believe what you believe, or you feel what you feel, but they can't, like, they're not going to change. Like, they can agree to disagree, but like they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, or they don't want you like trying to tell them they have to believe what you believe, or they don't want to get into like a debate. They don't want to get into a debate about the beliefs. Those of you that you are very spiritual, it could be that you are manifesting a spiritual soulmate, but they might be of a very different modality or belief system than you are. You know, maybe you're like really Wiccan, and they have like more of like a religious influences or religious tones in their connection. Or maybe you're somebody that's really into earth magic, and or you know, like you know, blending the shadow and the light, and they might be like, no, I don't like that stuff, and I just want to do more of the light stuff. And there's that whole debate that you can't have light without the dark, and like they're not open to changing what they believe or what they think or how they feel, but they're willing to accept that you believe what you believe, right? They're not trying to change you. But I feel, Libra, if you try to change this person, especially in things that are very important to them in their belief system or structure, they're not going to stay in the relationship. So that might be the deal breaker there. And that's where, Libra, you might have to think about, okay, what are my deal breakers? Can I just let it go? Like, this person's cool with me believing what I believe. Can I just let them believe what they believe? If so, then this can be a very happy, long-lasting relationship. But I really feel this is a case of like opposites attract, in whatever way that might be, whether it be your circumstances, your background, your social structures, class systems, spiritual beliefs. There's a sense of like opposites attract. That's what I feel here in this energy with this person. So again, it can be a very happy, long-lasting relationship if egos don't get in the way, and if both people can be accepting of one another. I feel what you're learning in May, or what Spirit's trying to teach you in May, Libra, is unconditional love. Like acceptance, to accept people as they are, to find the common ground, and to experience unconditional love. That unconditional love, it sees past background. It sees past religion. It sees past race. It sees past age. All of those things are irrelevant, right? And I feel this is what Libra is learning in May when it comes to love, right? You're kind of finding the magic that can come with love, and that's beautiful. I do encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks they may resonate with you more than others, or your Venus. You may want to get a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do. If you want to click on the Calendly link and schedule a private reading with me there. If you want more detailed astrology guidance, I'm not an astrologer. I don't want to steer you wrong. I had an astrologer reach out to me that really blew me away. I was very impressed with their service. I was very impressed with their work. The reading really, really impressed me. And they offered to give you guys unlimited 30% off their already very reasonable prices for the different reports that they offer, as many as you want, unlimited 30% off. So I have that information linked in the description. If you want a card reading, an intuitive card reading, I've got readings starting at $20 and, going up from there. Everything is listed in the Calendly link. You can schedule a reading with me there. If you would like to win this deck, this lovely, beautiful deck with this gorgeous coloring on the side. This is limited edition. This is obviously my my copy, but I have a brand new one. It's still wrapped in shrink wrap. Nobody's touched it. Nobody's opened it. It comes with a tarot pouch, like a little cloth velvet pouch to keep the cards in, and a beautiful altar cloth that all have the artwork of this very talented artist. So to say thank you for 100,000 subscribers, which I can't believe it, guys. Thank you. I'm giving that away as a thank you. I'm giving away one 30-minute reading for free, a free 30-minute reading, and one tarot set bundle. So I'm going to choose the winner from the Instagram and Facebook comments in May. In a few weeks, I'll go through. I'll see who's jumping out at me from the comments. And one person will get the deck bundle, and one person will get a private reading. So if you're interested in that, and if you want to just see the daily messages I post, be sure that you're on Instagram and Facebook, amethystangellight. Don't forget to watch the weekly forecasts. And I'm wishing you a fabulous May. Bye, Libra. Take care.